Right, it's now recording, I hope. And when you start speaking, I will press the start button here, and then you have 30 minutes from that time. Okay, including questions.
Yes. We are discussing about Excel Insurance Company. It's a French-based company. So in this company, they got 1,000 employees, and they have worldwide clients, and their annual turnover $91 billion dollars, and they're presently at the moment in internationally 80 countries, and they have high standards about insurance company. They are the top 5 in the country, in the whole world, in the insurance. So I'm going to discuss about their present situation, how they're working out at the moment for the drivers, for the insurance premiums. They are basically at the moment judging through the drivers' previous history, how they driving previously, and how they was before the other insurance companies, and their age and their previous no claim bonus and other stuff. So, and they are counting human incident as well in this. So in that situation, the driverless cars come to the market. So for that, I just proposed some innovation for them. So this is the price. Due to driverless car comes, they have to think about the market. Market goes down, obviously, for the car insurance companies. So in that context, they have to think about their prices, how to manage the low prices and other stuff in that, and the factors associated with the premium companies. So in that case, they have to focus on these issues which affect their industry. Like, let's suppose when driverless car comes, so the risk will be less because the technological factors and the technology will be advanced, and the premium will be low because the drivers are not involved in these things. So less human mistakes error will be happen in that case, and the potential barrier, that means that the technology will work, no, the human involvement will be involved in this insurance company's point of view. So what the things they have to consider this factor for the innovation, also for the future policies.
Right, exactly. So what we're going to do is, what can AXA as an insurance company really do to innovate? So first, we're going to look at they have to start focusing more on the customer relationships. So what AXA has to do is start getting involved with more customer care, and build more, focus more on building relationships. Technical support cover, where you provide more a better technical support or a point of view over the claims that arise from the problems for the customers. And then you look into the processing of the claims only for the future, because when the driverless car comes into the market, you have to tweak and make a few changes on the policies. Expense management for the claims made by the customers. Focus on the distribution. That is, AXA should be able to handpick out their particular policy agents who are going to sell the insurance policies to the customers and brokers as well, and focus more on sustaining the business for a constant growth rate. Next slide, please. Now, developing innovative strategies for the insurance companies. What we feel is that developing innovation strategies compile of the opportunities and the possibilities for the future, because we're looking 5-10 years down the line when driverless cars completely come into the market. It is all done to provide a good shape and input to the overall corporate strategy, to shape the company for the future based on its policies that they create. Focusing on the growth of the sector. AXA needs to start focusing on the growth in the insurance industry in terms of driverless cars. Look for positive strategies, and so that they can break away from the competitors in the same industry and create new spaces for improvements. Help create a reliable brand for the insurance of driverless cars, which is pretty self-explanatory. And a renowned business analyst from Forbes.com said that the immediate losers are the people who depend on the accidents for their businesses, which is clearly focusing on the insurance companies. Now, what can we explore with the help of these innovative strategies? You find the possibilities on the various market developments, which is basically looking in the industry outside and seeing what the competitors are doing for the same situation, and understanding the scenarios by looking at attractive market opportunities, which are going to be new, and being able to adapt to them when the company has a particular strategy in place. And for it to be a good concrete strategy over a period of time, because innovation does take a gradual period of time to formulate. And now we're going to get onto the sources of innovation. I'm going to ask Rose to come forward, please.
Rose.
Yes, I'm going to talk about how AXA search for innovation idea. To search for innovation idea, AXA has developed within his company employee motivation methods. Actually, the company developed human resource policy which facilitates innovation, such as incentive to reinforce innovation practice within the field. For example, every year, AXA organizes innovation rewards for the employee to come up to the new innovation. Besides human resource policy, the collaboration with customer is also cultivated within the organization. AXA has adopted customer scope survey, which is used by all AXA subsidiaries to measure customer satisfaction. This has helped the company to come up with new way to get closer to their customer. For example, the company has adjusted distribution model to customers' needs, such as online and mobile channel, which help the customer to talk directly to the company. All these lead to incremental improvement to the present car insurance policy. However, there is a need for driverless car insurance policy. For this reason, AXA needs to adopt a strategy focused on driverless policy development. To achieve this, the company needs to develop additional competency in a wide field to identify ideas and solutions. This may involve the collaboration with strange partners to learn new perspectives. For that purpose, AXA has to go beyond its traditional boundary to use ideas and technology competency which are available not only in their own domain but also in other domains. The company has to use not only competency of well-known partners who are integrated in their network, but also new partners. To talk more about how AXA is going to partnership with, or how AXA is going to learn from other partners, I will let to my colleague to continue.
Thanks, Rose. Good evening to all. And the new insurance policy definitely going to get the radical changes, affect radical changes. The company can work with government regulators by developing the policy terms and conditions will be effectively applied to the insurance. And it is more important to upgrade the process in the insurance. The radical changes by the government might affect the current insurance policy effectively and be the positive moment. So, the company can work with manufacturer. It is important to measure the safety features in the car, and it will be perfect for the solution for the client at the moment, and it will give the profit for both of the organizations. The company can definitely going to learn about the process of all the devices. Then we got to apply the knowledge into the certain solutions. by applying should learn the online technologies infrastructures and the radical changes in the innovation source. So it is important that the technological knowledge is bring out the accurate solution for the client. Radical changes give the excellent benefits to the organization. Let's give the easily adapt to the changes. Whenever the disaster came, it is the forecast moment. It will help to the changes. It will be help for the organization. So it brings us from the we got to create a new driverless car insurance policy effectively. This brings out to a continue to deliver value to the customers for the endless moment. It helpful for the customer advantage and benefits also. Thanks.
Well, what do you mean by innovation networks? We're talking about a situation where we have organizations that serve the exchange of information, knowledge, and resources, and it's based on confidence and stable collaboration relations. As Rose talked a bit about it, AXA has a collaboration now with the government and the actual manufacturers, the legal community, and research and repair center, which needs to be improved in the future as well, because we got more complicated relations between buyers and insurance companies. And there's also a great possibility of future barriers regarding collaboration with new emerging firms. Next slide, please. And they solved that by starting up what is called AXA Labs. And Frederic Tardy is the Chief Marketing and Distribution Officer of the AXA Group. He said that if we want to be more profitable, we really need to be in Silicon Valley. And that's a really good idea because according to research from Boston University, 8% of the emerging new firms or innovative companies already have a lab in Silicon Valley. And it's a very strong key for AXA to be a strong digital leader in the future. And AXA is also the first company to be in the insurance business to start off a lab in Silicon Valley. And they have 4 missions in AXA Lab, and that first one is to connect AXA with leading companies. The second one is to detect emerging trends. Like they already have great relations to companies like Facebook, Twitter, Google, but I also need to stay in connection in the future with engineers and so on. And it's also to foster digital culture within the group, and they do that by something called AXA University. And they really can design and fine shape some really good learning culture for employees and new employees as well. And the last one is to launch pilot digital initiatives. And yeah, well, if AXA can manage to connect its experts with experts in Silicon Valley, they can be a strong digital leader in 2015, and also from there on develop into the next 10 years. But they also can, we can also talk about networks based on corporate responsibility, such as market, workplace, community, and environment as well, which is really important.
I'm going to talk about a network on the inside. It's called HR, or Human Resources. And as AXA moves into this new era where they're going to have driverless cars and whatnot, it is important that their human resource department is strong and does their job. So a little bit about HR is they promote employee engagement, and then they promote alignment throughout the company. So that makes sure that everyone on the company is on the same page and everyone has the goals of the company, in mind, and make sure that the employees are happy and that everyone is working hard to basically make the company run smoothly. And the way AXA does this is they break up their HR departments, they break it up into teams. And each team, they have responsibilities, and these responsibilities are for the greater good of the company. And talent and career management. So what they want to do, the HR department, they want to make sure that they bring in the best and brightest employees into the company that they can, so that they have the best people working for them. They take a lot of pride in their HR department, and they consider their HR department as like a huge part of the company, because if they can't attract the right talent, if they can't get the best people working for them, I mean, the company is going to be hurt as a whole. And so, like I was saying, what they do is they try to really recruit the best people and make sure that they have benefits and packages and bonuses and different rewards and different things in place to make sure that these people want to come work there and that they have a good experience working for the company. And that helps them out a lot. And not only once they do recruit the talent, they want to make sure they're continuing to learn and make sure they're continuing to develop. So HR, they really work with every department throughout the company, and they give them ideas, they help them out, and basically they function as a motivator, as a teacher, and they just kind of keep the company running smoothly. Like I was saying, performance and reward. So if you do perform well, if you are a good employee, you will be rewarded. That could be in a raise, that could be in a promotion, that could be a number of different things though. But they don't like their employees for them to have their work go unnoticed. So they do make sure that their employees, when they do work, if they are working hard, that they do get noticed for it. And diversity and inclusion. That's a big thing for AXA. AXA likes to make sure that it's not just one type of person working for the company. They want to have people from all different places working for the company. They want to have people from different backgrounds, everything. So the company can kind of like, how would I say it, not just be so closed-minded, be open-minded to other people's ideas and other people's situations, and it helps the company grow as a whole. And then this is just a graphic, human resources graphic that kind of just incorporates some of the different elements of HR into a business kind of globe thing. Next slide. Speaking more, it's huge is about leadership. They really pride themselves on having good people who are good leaders in the company, and they think that if you have good leaders, it'll help develop a sense of stability in the company, and having leadership in place that'll help people have a model to follow. Like I was saying with HR, with organization, guidance, and decision making, they not only recruit talent, they're not just there to make sure the employees are happy, but they do have like a say in the business and all the different departments in the company. They kind of like, since they're internal, they'll talk to a different department, each different departments, and think of ways that they can improve their processes as well. They want to make sure that that AXA looks favorable to the public as well as its partners. So they help with that, and that's more of a function of communications, but they will help the communications department when they are having to make a press release or something to the public, or having to make a speech or something about the company. They want to make sure that they look favorable and they're not saying the wrong things or offending anyone. Also, they help solve conflicts so that the network maintains strong. So if there are any conflicts within the company, they help kind of like squash that, so everybody's processes run more smoothly. Human resources is kind of like a internal group of network that makes sure that all the employees are happy, basically. Make sure that all the employees are engaged, make sure all the employees have the same mindset and that they're all working towards one goal. And so like I was saying, provide a good culture and motivation among the workforce and partners. So if your workers aren't motivated, they're not going to work hard for you, and you're not going to get good end results out of them. So they want to make sure that that they foster a good sense of culture within the organization, so that they have good company morale, that people want to be at work, and that people, once they are at work, they work hard. And if human resources department is strong, It'll make the process of moving into the time when they have to represent people for driverless cars, it'll make it a more smooth process because everyone's on the same page, everything's running smooth, and everyone in the company is upbeat and chipper about this new era of the company. That's it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Right. Will you bear with me one moment while I fish for the people who went out during your presentation, and may I apologise for the disruption that caused to your presentation. Can I have your slides, keep your slides on screen though for me, please? Excuse me one moment. Right. Okay. So can I just let's start at the end, if I may. Some interesting stuff about HR, Aaron. But if I were to take the word AXA off the screen there and replace it with anything in the name of another company, any other company at random, say, I don't know, Coca-Cola, how different would your presentation be?
It'd be similar, but it would depend upon how they were structured. I mean, when I did my research, I researched AXA. I didn't research Coca-Cola.
Right,
so I
okay.
don't know how
Are you talking here about what AXA does or what you think that they should do?
what they do and what they should continue to do.
Okay, so why do you believe that these particular... I mean, let's put it this way. We've got a situation in which Andreas has suggested that you need to be fostering a digital culture within the group. How do these HR policies contribute to that aim? By the way, anybody else can nip in Aaron's support here. I'm just sort of picking on him because he was the one who was talking at the time.
So you said, like, how could it, like, foster into a digital age?
Yes. How does this actually help?
Because they, what I was reading from AXA is they think that their human resource department is kind of like their engine, kind of like what makes them go. And so if they wanted to do that, they would help to make sure that everybody in the company was on the same page. I mean, get the information internally out there to the people that they were transitioning into a different type of medium.
But you mentioned on the previous slide, you mentioned performance and reward systems.
Yeah.
What kind, are you sure that they've got the performance and reward systems in place that are necessary to foster the kind of innovation you need in order to deal with the driverless car?
I mean, I don't work there, but from what I was reading,
You're meant to have researched this blessed company, right?
From what I read about them, I mean, being a top 5 company that they are, I feel like they would, and like the way they recruit talent, I feel like they would have the right people in place to do that.
I'm sure that the people who ran Nokia thought the same 10 years ago. Right, okay.
And they've shown, like, on their Twitter page and whatnot, that they they do have this in mind. Like, they've tweeted multiple times about driverless cars and asking questions and things like that.
Okay, so there is some evidence that they're actually taking this on board.
Yeah.
Let me just go on to, can we go back to a couple of slides and to Andreas and to your presentation, please? Why are networks based on corporate responsibility important here? It's on the next slide, I think. On the previous one, maybe. Oh, yeah, here we are. Yeah.
Well,
last bullet point. You highlighted. First of all, again, can I ask? Is this something that they are doing, or something that you believe that they ought to do?
it's both. It's something they are doing right now. That's I mentioned marketplace, community, workplace,
Right.
and environment, and that's for things that they focus on now.
Okay.
On their page.
Right.
And I need to focus more on that in the future as well, especially environment, I think.
Why? What's that got to do with the
gives
impact of the driverless car?
It's like it's like a new way of thinking. If you don't think about the driverless car, you can think about how they can innovate in other fields. If you see what I mean.
No, I don't see what you mean, which is
No.
why I'm asking the question. Just trying to make sure I don't run over your time limit, by the way. Okay, they've got this AXA lab at the moment, and what is the most, because I'm going back to your earlier, the earlier stuff about what they are doing. Is there any evidence from what they are doing currently that that particular set of facilities, if you like, is producing the kind of innovation that they need? Monique, you were talking about current innovation, I think. Yeah. So I have you either of you to
Like
answer this.
present today, yeah. They. Yeah, but they also they started up the previous year, I think so. And they also post on Twitter that they're collaborating with, as I said, with Google, the big leaders in Silicon Valley, to develop.
Right. You do seem to be relying an awful lot on what they are saying for this.
Yeah.
Have you actually backed this up with any other? I mean, I'm just looking at your list of sources now at the back. I mean, have you got, what evidence do you have apart from what they are talking about in terms of what they are doing and how good it is? What kind of critical appraisal have you subjected this stuff to?
I don't know, because they started up last year, so it's not it's very new concept. But as I said, they are constantly having new news on Twitter and social media as well, and on their homepage about the
Well, I've got stuff on my Twitter feed as well, but that doesn't necessarily make me a global innovator. Okay, I'm going to let you go at this point, right? Unless there's anything you'd like to add. You've got another 2.5 minutes if you want to use them. Otherwise, I'll bring the next group up.
Then I missed. Then it's misperception. Then it's 2015.
Yeah.
We launched the AXA Lab in 2015.
Sorry, I didn't actually quite catch. Could you say that again, please,
The
Monique?
AXA Lab will be launched in 2015.
It will be launched in 2015, right? So it's a future project. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks very much for that.
The groups are changing. Can we
Say that again, I'm sorry.
The groups are changing. Can we go outside?
Is there any particular reason why you want to? What? What has happened to what? Oh, there you are. Right. Please do not. Please do not